Hi guys, Dave Shopius here. Welcome back. We're going to start unpacking this stuff right now. Like I said in my last video, this is a B9 robot that I got from a fellow lost to space enthusiast up north in New Hampshire, the Patriot States, that wants me to put this back together for him because he was a little bit overwhelmed with what was going on here, and I don't blame him. There's a lot going on here. So we're going to do this box by box throughout this video, and take each one out of the box. We'll take a shot of what we have here, and then I'm going to move it into the house later on into my workspace where it's cooler in there because we're in southern Florida now. It's like 95 degrees. It'll be a lot more comfortable in there, more light and everything else. So let's start with what's right in front of us here, and you saw this before in the last video, is the arms. So these are in pretty rough shape. Ignore this red dot here. This is from the ceiling. That's how I park my cars in here. When the car gets to that point, that's when it stops. It's not a sniper, I guarantee. So anyway, I have not really looking at these very close. Let's do that now. That is a wristband. That's what keeps the rubber on the claw. So that's what that is, and it looks like they've got two sets of rubbers here on the one claw, so this would go with the other one. And this is what I'm anxious about, is the condition of these. It's pretty stiff. It's not bad. It's not as bad as I thought it was. It's not in bad shape at all. So, but I do have a line on another set from Will Hoff out in California. He makes all the rubber parts for our club. Does a fantastic job. So I think he's got a set of these available that might be better than this. So we'll see. But if he doesn't, that might work. It's kind of stiff. So that, as you can see, that goes over the top of these arms. And the skin pulls back over as the arm extends, like that. I see pieces falling out here already. Oh my goodness. So that's interesting. Let me set this aside. I'll get the other one out. This one doesn't have the skin over it. You can kind of see what I have here. It's just all kind of put on a piece of wood here with a base and some nylon gears that work. It looks like looking from this one, looks like we had this set up. They had a serval set here across this wood that would drive it with this gear in here, looks like. So that may or may not work again, but this is all going to have to be rebuilt. You can see it's been broke up. This gear set actually, I mean, it's sitting on a drawer slide. So this might work to a point. I'm going to have to put some new linkage in here. They've got a little servo kind of homemade strapped in there. I might have to redo all that because that's kind of it's kind of suspect if it even works. So we'll see. Be surprised. Okay, well, so that's that. I'm going to put this back in the box and move on to the next one. Okay, we're back with the next box. Excuse the noise in the background. Like I said before, we're in Florida. I've got the air conditioner cooking away in the back, and then you hear kind of a hum. Guy across the street is building something, so hey, that's the way it is. So, but anyway, here we are with our box of electrical things. It was marked electrical. Let's take a look closer to see what's in here. And that's the Instructions for the saber tooth 2x25. I don't know if this thing's even functional, but it probably is because these things are built like a truck. You can run 2 motors off of this thing. You probably got it for the motors for the tread section. Each motor controller on each side will take 25 amps each. So that's pretty heavy. This thing's built like a tank. So I'm sure it's still good. I don't know if we can use it. I'm going to try to turn this into an RC unit where we can control the base by RC control. Here is the power pack. It's a nice effort. Looks good. Not too sure who built that. This is that's a charger for a battery, which I don't see any batteries around here. I don't know what this is going to do. This is a amplifier, 500 watt amplifier, and what's nice about this one is you can see that it's got a little USB slot. You can plug a stick in there and it can play a loop of soundtracks. So you can, every few times you can rattle something else off. You put your sound clips on that thing, or maybe even the mechanical sounds, and run this on the side. So this is a nice little unit. I'll need another one though. So I like to run my voice clips off of one amplifier and my mechanical sounds off a second amplifier. That way you have 2 different controls for volumes and you can separate them. I have no idea what that is. That'll come clear one day in the future, I'm sure. I'm guessing it might have something to do with the torso, not inside the torso. Maybe even, I don't know, who knows. And there's not much left in this box. This is a nice little power supply. .30 amp power supply. And I'm sure these things are built pretty good too, so I'm sure it's working. But I'll test it before I start running it. What else do we have in here? Just some odds and ends, some wire. That I don't know. I'll do some research on that. Then just some odds and ends, plugs, and looks like a trailer plug for a trailer. And that's a gear of some kind and another gear. Probably, who knows? Probably for that. So, before we go any farther, I want to say thank you to my robot wrangler, Jeff. He's doing the filming today and giving me a hand here. Thanks, Jeff.
You're welcome.
So, anyway, I'm going to put all this back in the box and we will move on to another one. Okay, here's the next box. It's, I know what's in here. There's wheels and things. And Craig's, I think these are Craig's side vents that he makes, along with a million other parts of his robots. So I showed these earlier on my first video. These are very nice. So I'm going to leave these wrapped up because they're kind of fragile. I don't want anything getting broken. And this is, there's not much to these. So I'm not going to unpack a lot of this. I'm just going to show these are very nice wheels. These are expensive. First, let's look at the treads. I have these on my robots. I forget the vendor's name. I apologize, but it's not for real tread work. I mean, you can't run your robot on this. It's mainly decorative because the only thing holding it together is this clip. And that sits around the tread section of all the various wheels. Run in there like that. There's like 36 wheels for this guy. and you just clip it together and hide this up on the top somewhere. So there should be 2 treads in here. Actually 4 treads. 2 thick ones and 2 skinny ones. And then like I said, there's a ton of different size wheels. These are all cut out of aluminum. They're all a little different sizes. Not all, I mean, not every one are different, but there's certain ones that go in certain ways. We have skinnier ones, smaller ones, fatter ones. So, and you can see that this part, these are machined with a little hole in there where you would have a bearing that would sit in there. If you want to mobilize this guy, which we are going to be doing. And then I don't know if, well, here's the granddaddy of them all. Look at the size of that guy. You can see you have skinny for the skinny treads, fat for the fat treads. So the skinny ones will go right in there, and the fatter ones for there. So what I'm curious about, which I got sidetracked on, is if there's bearings in here. And there is not. All he has is these screws, and they are actually too small. What we need is a sleeve to go through here with the right size shoulder bolt that'll fit in there kind of tight. Or the other way, and that's if you have a static robot, you don't want to run them on a motor. But if you have a motor on this guy, you want to put a bearing on this side, a bearing on this side with the proper axle through it, and then it would run on the bearings like that. So these are not the right bolts we want. Oh, there's another bag in here. What is this? Oh, it's a pin. Okay, these pardon me, these will do me no good at all because these are not the right size. Okay, that's it for this box. We're going to move on.
Okay.
Hey guys, here we are again with our next box. This one's marked knees, so I'm going to pull these out. Like I said, I don't know if these were bought from me years ago or from Eric or some other source, but I'm pretty sure these might be Eric's, because this robot was built way long before I started being a vendor. From what I can tell, I could be wrong, but it's definitely the same manufacturer built these, the people that I'm using right now. So these, as you probably know, mount above the tread section, and the original robot, these would pivot back and forth, so he'd give his body kind of a leaning forward back motion. But these are static; they're locked in place. We let our robots bend at the base. So, and that's all in this box right here. Just a bunch of packing. Okay, we'll move on. Okay guys, are we on?
We're on.
Okay, good. This is the tread section. This is the part that the knees we just saw go under. And these are big and these are heavy. And they do have motors installed inside of them. Get rid of some of this styrofoam packing, and we'll pull them out. These things are going to be a little heavy. I might have to have Jeff give me a hand here with these. My robot wrangler. Now, this is for AC power in, but we're going to have to figure out how to mount car batteries in here somehow, if there's room. Those knee plates go on top of here. Let me grab one and I can throw them on there. These are bolted tight together. They should have a little spacer in between there so we have room to put this down on top of it. So right now they're not they're not sitting properly. Just because of just a shot of this, you can see where it needs a space in there, so this drops down like it does over here. So I'm going to have to take these apart. They're just screwed together, and put a spacer in there to get some separation so these knee plates will sit down on there properly. Because let me see here. Right there is where she's going to go. You can see it's right on the edge. Which ain't a big deal. Not a big deal at all. So, but it looks like, I'm going to tip this over. Oh, look at this. Okay, I see what's going on here. You got your motorcycle, your wheelchair motors here. Then he's got these casters to kind of run on. This seems kind of suspect. That one's rolling nice. This one looks like it's got some problems. Probably going to have to replace those if we want this thing to work properly. If these even work. So, my guess is these are 24 volts DC and they probably pull about 20 amps or more. I'm thinking. I got to do some research to find out. So, the way he's got this set up is that it rolls on the wheels and the treads are off the ground, so they're not grabbing. So it kind of gives the appearance of rolling, but they're really not rolling on the tread. So at the very least, it's a good way to push your robot around. Okay, that's that. Okay, we're down to 3 boxes now, and I think these are the 3 main sections of the robot. The next box I think we're going to find is the leg section that goes up on top of this section here. And these are the knee plates I showed you. And so the side plates I think are going to be in the next box that goes on the side of this, and the legs for up here. And you saw those in my last video. So let's open this one up. And sure enough, surprise, surprise, there is the side plates. And they're in very decent condition. Oh, and they even got it marked right and left. So these will go right here. Boom, just like that. I know that's the left side, so it's going to go over there. So anyway, I'm going to leave this inside this bag so they don't get scratched up. From back to back. I'll set this aside. And here is the legs. Okay, and inside of here we have the knee plates. These are the bellows that go down here like this. And that seems a little short, doesn't it? Okay. There's 2 loose ones in here, which would make that difference up. My question is, where's the other one? Hopefully it's down below somewhere. We'll find out. Now this is the waist plate. With a Lazy Susan attached. I'll put this over here. And hoping we can find, oh, there it is. There it is. There's the other knee plate. Okay. Okay, again, this goes, like I said, in between here. Give it the appearance of like that. So I'm just playing, guys. So that would go in like that. So let's see, we're already starting to build our robot here. Looking good. Now these are the legs. And there's this one solid piece. I gotta figure out how to pull these out of here without wrecking things. It looks like it's all built out of wood and styrofoam. Pipe insulation. And the insulation is stuck to the side. Hang on a second. Okay, that's not good. Okay, not bad. Let's go put it on top of the leg section. Huh? Okay. I don't know if there's a front or a back yet. A little bruised up, a little dirty. Should use a coat of paint. Yeah, you can see here the inside levels are made out of plywood with pipe insulation around the outside. So, and what happens with this pipe insulation, a lot of times it starts deteriorating over time, and this looks like it's well preserved. It looks like it's in good shape. Like I said, I could use a coat of paint, and what I might do that, well, I know I'm going to do that. I'll paint it and paint the knee bellows so they match. And make it look brand new. There you go. Okay. You caught me pulling my pants up. Okay, what happens, you lose weight down here in Florida, you sweat it all off. Anyway, okay, we're to the torso now. This is the big guy. This is where it all happens. And this is where the neon sits that I'm afraid is broken. It got broken. In fact, I know it's broken because I looked at it a little closer. So we'll take a little better look at that. Me and Jeff can move back a little bit. I'll just start pulling this insulation up. Because you all want to see me too. It's all about the robot, not just me. So you've got a lot of stuff in here. Clean up later. That's what robot wranglers do. They clean up after everything's done. Yeah, great job. You think this is all fun and games? No, there's cleanup work to be done too. You don't expect me, the star of the show, to do it. But I will. So later on, if I would, how to. You okay over there? I heard a funny noise coming from the cameraman. Anyway, I'd probably got to put this in fast forward if I figure out how to do it. But chances are it won't be. Alright, we packed it up nice. There's lots of insulation in there. So, I'm going to pick, I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. There's a lot of loose parts in here. I'm just going to start picking parts out. Well, sadly, that's what's left of part of the neon. I can tell you right now it's broken. This is the front vent. That's in good shape. I have no idea what that is. But there's glass all over the place down there. You want to take a shot in there, Jeff? You can see right here, just little pieces of glass all over the place. And that's from the neon. Here's a screw, screws, more glass. I'm gonna end up with glass all over my garage floor, but that's just the way it is. I don't see anything else in here that's gonna fall out. That's the transformer for the neon. I'm sure that's still good. You won't have to worry about replacing that. Okay, I'm going to lift this bad boy out of here and set it aside. and then we will see what we got to work with here. Oh, it's very light. Very light. How's it look, Jeff?
Looks good.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll put it on the ground here. It's full of glass still. Oh yeah, look at that. It's got one of Craig's programming bays in there. So it can't be that old. This is looks like Craig's work here too. His chest bezel and buttons. They're static. They don't do nothing. They're glued right in. The dialight light's supposed to blink. It's got the microphone. It's just static. It's just bolted on there. So it's basic. And he's upside down. Oh, look at that. That's what I was afraid of. We're gonna have glass all over the place. What a shame. Yeah, the neon is gone in pieces. Well, I've got to call into Craig because he is also the vendor for the neons, along with all the other stuff that I've been talking about. Well, wait a second. I see something here. What is this? What does this say? Look at this. I see all sorts of. Look at this. This is Billy Moomey. Billy Moomey's autograph. That was Will Robinson. Judy May. She signed in 2002. Mansfield.
John West.
John West. Oh, that's Goddard, Mark Goddard. And Natalie, that's Judy Robinson. That's Marta Kristen. So here we got Marta Kristen, which is Judy Robinson. Mark Goddard, which is Don West. And Judy May. I'm not sure who that is. I think she was one of the guest stars. And then Billy Moomey is on the side. This is a special torso. So we're going to treat it with some TLC here. It's actually, the paint is in pretty good condition. Needs a good washing. So some new parts I need and some new wiring. And figure out how to mount the arms in there. There's a lot of wood in there that kind of needs to be replaced. So, okay, well there you have it. The granddaddy of our whole robot is the torso. We'll get it looking like new though. Are we on?
Yep.
Okay. My robot wrangler Jeff insisted that we take a moment for safety and get all the glass out of the way, which was an excellent idea because it was everywhere. Had neon pieces and shrouds all over the place. So we actually took the back plates and the neon out of there. Oh, look at that. And this is just going in the trash. It's just what's left of the neon. The back plate. I've got a new back plate coming from Dave Huber. I believe that's how you I believe that's how you pronounce his name. I should know. So anyway, this is going in the garbage. Nothing left. That back plate would not fit the new neon I have coming anyway for Craig. This is an old neon. So that's going in the garbage. I cleaned this up. No more neon, no more glass. It's ready to be brought into the house now. Here is what's left of the neon assembly. It was just, that's the transformer and where it used to hook into the neon. There's still a piece of glass on there, which I probably will cut off later. So I'm going to put this aside, and I'll put this poor old soldier. Look at, things are just falling off. This old soldier away over the corner until we take him in the house, into the work area. There he sits. I wasn't going to put him on here, but this is where he just drop right down over there because this is kind of rickety right now. Again, thank you, Jeff, for the safety suggestion. saved a cut. And the next, last but not least, is the head section. This is going to be something because it's full of peanuts. And we know what a pain in the butt they are. Head section, head stuff, fragile, fragile, as it says. Fragile must be French.
Italian.
Italian. Well, I know it's from a movie that I used to watch when I was a kid. So, we looked at this in the last video. This is the bubble. And it has the brain inside. And like I said before, the brain is kind of homemade. I mean, it's not bad. It is what it is. And it has the bulbs in there. Kind of a tangled mess. And the cat eyes. There's one cat eye here, and the other one I think must be inside. Yeah, it's in there. No, it's not. It's gone. Oh, well, here it is. Look at that. There it is. Gary Woolley, I believe is you pronounce his last name, from Australia, makes these. Now, he may have made this one. It sits right back in there. So, I'm not sure if we're going to salvage this or not, because I know Craig, of all people, again, makes the braid pan. And it's a really nice unit that would replace this whole thing. And then Tom W. makes a light board for the inside of this, which we're going to get. Depending on availability. We set this aside. Again, this is the bubble. And it looks in pretty good shape. Some scratches and scuffs, kind of dirty. No breaks or cracks. And I don't know if this is Fred Burton's bubble or not. It kind of looks like it. It's pretty dead on. Sometimes you can tell with the old bubbles that people made years ago weren't quite as flat as that. They're more of a bubbly round shape. So I'm going to wrap this back up just to make sure we keep it as scratch free as possible. Now, somewhere down in here, I know, is the, oh, I see more parts. I'm not sure if there's anything in here or not. Let's hope there's no mice in here. It looks like it's just a bag. So here's the collar. Could use a good washing. That's the crown, which is also made out of plastic. And there's the finger lights, and they're wired for light, but they're not wired for movement. So a lot of guys like to have their lights, their finger lights, dancing up and down, which would need a motor and a brain cup other than this. So again, I don't know how far I'm going to go with this. Let me get some of these peanuts out of here. Yeah, I'll do that later. But it needs a good washing. But other than that, it looks like I bet this is one of Greg Loge's collars. I'm pretty sure it is just by the design of the holes that are cut in here. They're pre-drilled for motors for the radar section, which I hope the radar section is down below some more. I'm going to put this right here. I'm running out of room. This is a work of art right here. This is, to me, this is one of the most beautiful parts of the robot. It goes, well, I already found a couple. There's a couple broken ones here. See, that's broken. Broken over here. A little bit of acrylic glue. I think I can get those back together. I bet that was from people grabbing it and twisting it and trying to get it up. It's a snap right in the center. Ah, okay, I can fix that. It can be done. No, we're still missing the radar section. And we got more stuff down here. Interesting. I don't know what this could be. What is that?
Ceiling fan.
A ceiling fan. It could be. Could very well be. This is the radar section. Yes. Okay. That's what I was hoping for. I don't see. That's a nice rubber boot on there. It's like, I don't know where that came from. But there's wiring here for the sensors. They go here and here. And then that brain pan would mount right on here that we saw before. Of course, the bubble would go on. The bubble was sandwiched in here too. You look at this. Look, here's a little flange right there. This is going to be interesting to try to figure out how this all goes together. It's not a bad job. I mean, this is a good looking radar. On the real robot, it turned like this. There was gearing and stuff in there. So we'll see if we can add that to this robot later on. We'll go on the top. Actually, this collar here is inverted. It's upside down. So turn this around, and this radar section sits on top of there. It wouldn't be too hard to add gearing to that to get it to move. But then we got to get a control, some kind of control stuff. I have a feeling we're still missing some parts here. I don't see the sensor dishes. They got to be in here somewhere. Oh, what's this? Is this a... Nothing. Nothing. Okay, I'm going to go off camera now and dig around, clean up a little bit, and we'll come back in a minute with a closure. Okay? Okay. You can move back a little bit. Are you on?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we have seen all the boxes being unpacked. I took yeah, there they are. I took some time and cleaned up a little bit. Jeff and I took a little break, got a little water in us, and the next step is to take all this stuff into the house. I'm not going to bore you guys with that. It's just hauling parts, and you've done that before yourself, I'm sure. So this all stuff is going to go into my workspace in the house where I can be cooler and be more comfortable. Two things we did not find is the base plate for the bubble. That's the bottom part of this thing. That's gone. It's not in there. And also I did not find the sensor dishes for the sensor ears. So unless they're in here somewhere else I've just missed, I don't think so. And there might be a few other things missing, but those are the things that come to mind right now that are obvious. So my next video will probably show me starting to work on these parts as I assemble them and get together. So this is the main part of the unpacking, and thanks for watching. We'll see you later.